Welcome to Season's blog. The missing middle of on-chain yield. Why access isn't enough and how builder nodes bridge the gap. Crypto expanded what capital can do and opened yield access to many more people than century-old TradFi systems ever did. But the expansion of access did not carry over proportionally to network ownership, where the barriers are still considerably high. Yield 3.0, and especially our builder node implementation, is designed to bridge this persistent gap by combining yield access and network ownership, while the protocol supports your progression as a network operator. Earning yield got easier. Owning the network didn't. Their limitations and downsides aside, innovations like lending pools, automated vaults, and liquid staking have largely moved on-chain yields from a specialist game to something an average retail user can access. Supplying capital takes minutes, and you can start earning yield. Whether the yields on offer actually build wealth long-term, and whether the level of accessibility popular solutions offer is enough for everyone. These are separate questions that we have addressed extensively in other blogs, and especially in our research report, Always Liquid, Always Earning. For now, consider how one can participate in pooled staking on Ethereum and start earning yield with 0.01 ETH. But to become a validator, which is where you truly become a network operator/owner, you need 32 ETH, dedicated hardware, and a machine that can stay online 24/7, 365. That's a 3,200 times jump, even before you count the additional hardware and operational costs. Likewise, while you don't need any minimum deposits to become, say, an agave validator on Solana, the recommended setup starts at 12 cores, 256 gigabytes of RAM, multiple high-end NVMe drives, and at least 2 gigabits per second of symmetric connectivity for a staked node. On top of that, vote transactions can cost up to 1.1 SOL per day. Such dynamics aren't unique to Ethereum or Solana, and as a result, while lots of people can participate in on-chain yield systems, only a few can actually become system operators who tap their full earning potential. That's the missing middle of on-chain yield. The second door and the self-funding progression arc. Until August 3rd, 2026, Seasons also had its version of the missing middle. There were practically no barriers to joining the network as a Seas holder, since the token is easily available on DEXs like Jupiter or even natively on wallets like Phantom or Solflare. But you required at least 10,000 Cs to become a network operator or node owner and start earning yield. Then we introduced builder nodes through our Node Software v2 upgrade to open a 10 times more accessible entry point to yield 3.0. Now you can become a lightweight operator and start earning yield with only 1,000 Cs, as the protocol automatically recognizes any Solana wallet with 1,000 to 9,999 Cs as a builder node. Meanwhile, wallets holding 10,000 plus Cs, also known as director nodes, still serve as heavyweight operators that receive yield twice weekly in the diversified 3-asset perfect order inclusion set. We adopted a positive sum approach for this 2-tier model, as with everything else at Seasons, ensuring that node owners in each tier compete on weightage only with others in their own tier, and receive a proportional share of every distribution based on their Cs holding. Builders against builders, directors against directors. Within this weight-based system, you can increase the size of your payouts by holding more Cs. And while it essentially enables uncapped yields for directors, builders have a unique advantage as well, because they receive their yield in Cs. Thus, as a builder node, your payout asset adds to your node weight, letting you earn a greater share of the pie in subsequent rounds. More importantly, the very tokens you earn as yield grow your holding towards the 10,000 mark, week by week, round after round. This way, the progression from a lightweight to a heavyweight operator funds itself, and you eventually achieve director status even if you don't actively acquire more Cs. On Seasons, the middle is no longer missing. Lowering entry barriers and broadening access are important, but that's the rather easy part of the solution. Redefining network ownership while expanding accessibility is where the real, lasting impact begins. And that's what we achieved with Node Software V2. Although holding 10,000 plus Cs was so far the only way to become a network operator and access Season's yield flow, there have never been any additional hardware requirements or overhead costs. Duration and counterparty risks have also been minimal by design, since there's no deposit, lockup, or withdrawal queue involved. A Solana wallet that you own and fully control has been all you've ever needed. Everything from the Seas tokens that unlock access to the payout assets you receive as yield has always been entirely liquid. Sell and exit or compound and let it grow. It's always been your choice. This freedom quotient is baked into the Yield 3.0 architecture. And while you still don't need any of the overheads, be it expensive, specialized hardware, or the disposable funds that you can lock up for long durations, the access criterion is also 10 times more achievable. That too, with a clear mechanism-funded path to grow your operator status. The middle, therefore, is no longer missing on Seasons. Getting in is simpler. From there on, there's constant earning all along the way. And the flywheel's already spinning. Every wallet with 1,000 plus Cs is already a Seasons network operator. They have been accumulating yield ever since we deployed Node Software V2. And soon, very soon, once the claim button goes live on Seasons terminal, they can start collecting their yield. From that point on, it's all about witnessing the magic of compounding and letting it grow